everyone, welcome to the podcast. Chances are there's going to be some hardware issues because the TOVG cursed. But in that case, at least we have the audio. As always, I'm Jirard.
I'm Brett.
I'm Al.
And we are here today to talk about whatever the hell we want in the gaming space of that one video galaxy, The Office. Brett, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about the fact that you grossly underestimate the possibility of the audio getting messed up as well.
That's true.
So, knock on wood, everybody. There's no wood here. We're boned.
This table is wood.
Kick it.
There we go. Kick the wood.
I kicked the table.
That's the name of the video. Kick the wood. Kick it.
I had an idea before. We could talk about different video game franchises and trying to figure out the precise moment at which they reached their peaks.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah, you're talking about when a franchise was like the best performance, the best game, the best man, this is killer.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then from there, it kind of went like this.
Yeah.
Maybe it went a little bit like this.
Right. But
for the most part,
it was the highest point. And the reason I started thinking about this is because I'm a big Simpsons fan. Let me clarify. I'm a big classic Simpsons fan.
Mr. Black.
Exactly. Around then. So seasons 1 through 7, 8-ish is my wheelhouse.
Your that's my
millhouse.
Your millhouse.
And it's very clear to me that's when it was the best. There's no doubt in my mind, but I'm still constantly trying to figure out what season, what episode did The Simpsons peak. And right now I'm thinking it's somewhere in the middle of season 2, 3, and 4. But that fascinates me to try and find some sort of to visualize it to be like a graph of quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if the same thing can be applied to video game franchises. You know?
Interesting.
We can start with the big bad.
Big bad. What is it?
Like Mario.
Mario!
What's the best Mario game of all time?
Everyone, I feel like the gaming community as a whole would probably say, I'm going to get this mic a little bit closer so I'm not, there we go, I'm much better. I would say the gaming community as a whole probably is going to say Mario 64.
God damn, I mean, who doesn't love Mario 64, right?
Right.
But is it the peak? Al, you play a lot of Mario, right?
I do. I play a good amount of Mario. I didn't play a lot of Mario that was on the Wii and Wii U because those systems sucked.
Damn, dude! Maybe that's what the podcast should be about.
What Al hates?
Why Al hates the Wii?
He hates it because of the motion control.
The controls were just...
It's just the controls.
If
you gave Al a good... Look, you want to know how to win Al's heart gaming company? Look, Valentine's Day just came by. Let's have a conversation.
Okay.
If you want Al Galletti to be the master of your console and your game, you 1, make a good controller. 2, you make great gameplay. And 3, you make sequels that do it better and better. That's all you got to do.
That's a tall order.
Most people do that for the most part. Most games.
Well, it's
Sometimes.
a shame, Al, because I feel like my entry for best Mario game might be one of the Galaxy games.
I'm right there with you, sir.
It's really funny you say that. Mm-hmm. I had a Wii. I did have a Wii because Smash Brothers and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. But I even was so optimistic that I went out and I got Super Mario Galaxy, and I was so looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And 5 minutes after holding the controller, I said...
What didn't you like about it? What didn't you like? Because the game controlled somewhat... Traditionally, the only motion controls I think you use were for the star bits, which, Jirard, remind me if I'm wrong, are basically you don't need to use them that much in the game?
Honestly, Mario Galaxy 1 has a lot more motion control than Mario Galaxy 2. I guarantee, Al, if you played Mario Galaxy 2, you would be so much more into Mario Galaxy because
that's right. You have to spin the...
They took out at least 40% of the mandatory motion controls.
What a very specific percentage.
And well, I mean, because they're still there, but it's definitely more than half the game is. I'm just guessing, right? Dumb number, but you would like Galaxy 2 because I know I saw you give up because I came to you and I was like, Mario Galaxy 1 is the best, and you were like, all right, I'm gonna try it, and I watched you play for about an hour and a half, and you were like, fuck this, I'm out.
You really didn't like shaking it, did you, Al?
Dude, 40%, 60%. You give me 100% no motion control.
It's like that, dude?
It's like that. I think motion control just sucks.
I get it. I'm not the biggest fan of it either, but...
No, it ruins games.
But come on, dog. Like, look, I'm there with you. I'm there. I'm there with you as far as motion controls go. I don't like them that much, but that shit far from ruined Mario Galaxy, in my opinion. That game was tight.
No,
I don't think you got very far in the game though, Al. I think what I would do is play Mario Galaxy 2. You'll feel 10 times better about Mario Galaxy, about the motion controls.
I don't know, man. Al's the type of guy to be like, I hated the motion controls, and then find out that he only did like this 2 times. Like he only did the shake twice, and he's like, I hated it. Like that's all you did. So if he hated that, I don't know if Mario Galaxy 2 is going to save you, Al.
I'd say it has less motion control than Donkey Kong Country Returns.
That's still too much.
That's still too much.
Donkey Kong Country Returns had a lot.
Had a lot of motion control.
How utterly unprofessional, Jirard.
Sorry, that was Slack going off.
But did you put it on vibrate?
I just did.
Okay, good shit.
I actually put it on super silence. There's no vibrate.
Ooh.
Super silent.
Super
All right, Al,
silence
if it's
makers.
not one of the galaxies, then what's the peak of the Mario?
Yeah, what's your peak?
64, Mario 64.
Okay, why though?
I just felt that when it came to a Mario game, like every level I was entertained. Like I was exploring the levels. It was non-linear. I got to go back to levels to see them differently. It was a good Mario game.
Yeah, that's Galaxy. You just Mario Galaxy as well. No, I'm fucking with you. Like, yeah, you're right, and I enjoy those things as well.
I don't doubt that if the motion controls were not a factor,
right,
I bet you the Galaxies would be high on my list.
I feel you. But like, it seems that we're all basically agreeing here.
Yeah.
The things that we like about the series. But that's dangerous. Like, I don't want to move on unless like maybe we're forgetting something. Are we forgetting like a rogue entry? Like Super Mario World is fucking great.
Oh, in terms of the platformer, in terms of the 2D platformers,
In terms of Mario.
Mario World, in my opinion, is the best one. It's the best in terms of like traditional 2D side scrolling. It's the best one.
But you still like Galaxy more than Super
I think
Mario.
Galaxy 2 is like just the right amount of difficulty, just the right amount of spectacle with the level design.
But so you're saying Mario Galaxy 2 is a better game than World then, right?
I would say so, yes. And that's tough for me to say because, I mean, it's tough for someone like me to say because, like, I love Mario World so much that we played Kaizo 1, 2, and 3 on Beard Bros, and I did a whole Mario Maker series where most levels I played were Mario World levels.
Yeah, they're great.
They're great, but I think in terms of, like, the best when I think of the best Mario game of all time, the best one, in my opinion, Mario Galaxy 2 takes the cake.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. We're about to get Mario Odyssey in a couple of months, too.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Al, are you looking forward to that at all?
What system is it on?
The Switch.
You know what system it's on!
Switch.
Yeah.
Al's the uninformed gamer, and I love it, because when he finds out stuff, he's like, oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's on the Switch, I'll definitely give it a roll.
Yeah.
I will.
Are you excited about the Switch now that you've, like, seen it and...
What
Yeah.
does that mean?
We're about to unopen a new can of worms. I don't think this is a different podcast.
All right, fair enough. All right, we need to open up another game franchise.
Yes. Sonic.
The best Sonic game of all time is easily
Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah, what do you think, Al? Did you play Sonics back in the day?
I wasn't a big Sonic guy, to be
Did you
honest.
own a Genesis?
I did not.
There it is.
Yeah, if you don't
That'll
have-
do it.
I mean, Sonic 1, definitely played it, enjoyed it.
If you didn't own a Genesis, how'd you play it? Objection!
Because everybody was like, Sonic.
No, how did you play it?
My cousin had a Genesis.
Oh, for sure.
And I really enjoyed the first Sonic, and then he introduced me to Sonic Pinball, and I said, no thank you.
Yeah, I didn't like
Sonic's
that game
Pinball
much
is
either.
awful.
I didn't like that game.
It's awful. But I
Except for
love that.
song. Yeah.
That's the best part of the game.
Yeah, it's a good track, but
We did a whole video on that.
we should have reviewed the song.
Just the song. Boom, ba ba da bo ba do ba da ba do. Do.
Yeah, what about, did you play any other Sonics?
Did you play any of the 3D ones?
I did play the Sonic on the Dreamcast.
Sonic Adventure?
Sonic Adventure.
Yeah.
And I thought it was pretty good.
I think I think this is why a lot of people tend to love me or hate me about Sonic, because people think that like the gaming community, like peppered around, the vibe that I've gotten is the 3D Sonic games are awful. All of them. Everyone fights me tooth and nail. All of them are awful. To which I say they're half right in that most of them are bad. But the ones that are good, I feel, are really, really good.
What? Which ones are that good?
I love Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay, homie, I never played that one, so I can't argue with you.
Yeah, everyone had problems with Sonic Adventure. I had no problems with it other than Big the Cat. Big the Cat was a waste of space.
No, there's problems with Sonic Adventure, and I'm there with you. I played that. I had a Dreamcast like day one.
Until what's her name took it?
Oh man,
forget her name. What is her name?
Tony.
Tony, we're coming for you. We still have that bounty on your head.
We haven't forgotten.
In 2017, Tony, we're getting that. We're getting MVC 1 and 2 back. We're getting ready to rumble.
It hurts. It hurts, man.
Power Stone.
Power Stone. Bring that shit back, Tony.
But I had a Dreamcast. I had Sonic Adventure, and of course I played the hell out of it. When you're a kid and you have 1 or 2 games, you will justify the fuck out of that purchase. Mm-hmm. And so I played the hell out of it, and I loved it. I did, but looking back on it, and I played it again somewhat recently. Remember
you played the re-release ports?
Yeah, for the past systems, the past generation. And it's got a lot of problems. Look, is the game fun? Yes. Is it a good game? I don't know. Does it have its problems? Absolutely. Come on, dude. The camera work in that game is bonkers.
I never had any problems with it, though.
Jirard, I will sit you down and play that game with you.
Look. We're going to play it on Beard Bros soon because Alex hates the 3D Sonic games.
Oh my God.
He hates them.
Let me just be there for one episode and show you the camera.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I have played that game so many times that I'm going to show you that there's little to no camera problems or they don't affect me.
Please do. Make me a believer, dude. Make me a believer.
I enjoy them. I will say, though,
Yeah.
after Sonic Adventure 2, in terms of 3D Sonics, going back to the topic on hand, that to me was the pinnacle of the 3D Sonics. After Sonic Adventure 2, we saw the big plummet of Sonic.
I don't think anybody's going to argue with you there.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about 3D Sonics. We're talking about all Sonics.
And that's the case. I have to stick with my guns. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, hands down, is the best one.
That game was fucking incredible. It was confirmed that was like a Kill Bill status with that game, right? It was supposed to be 1, and they were like, we can't.
Yeah.
We can't meet the deadline.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember I got both of them at the same time. I think I got Sonic 3 late. So I always experienced them as one game.
I had a neighbor, Nick Hodgeby. Remember the Hodgebys?
I do.
Yeah. He had a Genesis. I didn't. I came over to his place, and I saw Sonic 3. I hated Sonic 2 when I was a kid.
Why?
It's because I can never beat it. As a kid, I could never beat that game. I tried so hard.
What stumped you?
And got so far, but in the end...
It wasn't just like you would get far and lose all your lives? Is that what it was?
Yes, I would progress so far through the game, get game over.
It was Metropolis stage, wasn't it? It was those fucking mantises, wasn't it?
It was the mantises. It was also what's the name of the stage with the purple gunk everywhere? It's like gasoline, and it's orange and red diamond themed. Like
Oil Ocean?
Oil Ocean.
Yeah.
That level was so tough for me as a kid. I always fucked it up. But Sonic 3 and Knuckles, we saw a better use of the bonus system. I fucking love the 3D sphere game.
Those are great.
The music on it, Michael Jackson worked on it at this point.
Yeah.
Incredible the whole time through. I love the fact that the add-on pack added so many more levels. Added Knuckles as a playable character.
Yeah, Sonic and Knuckles is longer than Sonic 3, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Well, no, the same length, but together they make one game.
Wait. Mushroom Hill, Flying Battery, Sandopolis, Lava Reef, Sky Sanctuary, Final Egg, and then the bonus of Doomsday?
Yeah, Doomsday. So 7.
The same length with a little bit extra.
Same length. Add Sonic 3, you're talking, or Act 1 and 2 for each level, you're talking like, essentially...
That's like 13 zones if you're playing Sonic.
13, 14 zones, cut that in half in terms of acts, and you're looking at, what, like 28 levels? 26
Yeah,
levels.
yeah.
That's
It
pretty
was great.
good for a platformer.
There's a lot of levels there, and you got 3 playable characters. Fucking
You have the
excellent.
bonus levels that reward you for being good at the game.
Sorry, Al. Look,
No, I thought you were making up all those names.
no, dude.
Man, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is the shit.
It really is, but we haven't really talked about why. We've just been naming features. No, it's true. That's not a review. Sonic 3 and Knuckles was in a lot of ways. Look, it was special for me because I played the first 2.
Yeah.
So this game was I could follow the progression of the series.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the improvements and whatnot. And to see like the amount of playable characters. Boom, shot up to 3, and Knuckles was a badass. You know, it was the mid-90s, and Knuckles was perfect. You know what I mean?
My name was Knuckles.
Yeah, it was perfect. All the levels were diverse. The music was incredible. And like Jirard was saying, like the design of the levels was something special. It was like a perfect platformer for the time.
Yeah.
And I'm super
Carnival Hill
stoked.
Zone. So good.
You like the Carnival Zone?
Oh my god.
To me, Carnival Zone was just the fucking like the foreplay before Ice Cap. I'm like, just stop diddling me.
Hold on.
Get me to Ice Cap.
Carnival Hill Zone is way better than Casino Hill Zone.
Whoa, Carnival Night Zone is better than Casinopolis, absolutely.
Yeah.
But Ice Cap Zone is like, just get me there. Yeah, dude. Poor Al. Look at his face. Al, I'm sorry. Look, we're gonna stop talking about Sonic.
New franchise.
No,
New franchise.
keep going. You guys enjoying me.
I will say, Pat and I watched a clip recently from Sonic Boom, the cartoon show.
Yeah.
And in the cartoon show, I kid you not, there's a moment where they basically say that every Sonic game in 3D is horrible.
What did they say?
They're like, they make up like a character's name. They're like, I forget what it was. It was like, hey, I got the new, something game. And it's like, oh yeah, I love that series, but man, all the 3D games were bad. Yeah, I don't like anything about them. And then Knuckles, and then Sonic's like, yeah, didn't they change the color of that dude's legs? No way, I'm out. Like,
The color of his legs?
Didn't even like, no holds barred. That show is
Yeah,
so
they're
self-aware.
poking fun of themselves.
I
It's
love
good.
it.
That's
It's
good.
Sonic Boom, the show, great. Sonic Boom, the game,
Not so great.
not so great. Not so great.
Al, I want you to name a franchise. Something that you know.
World of Warcraft.
World of War. See, I don't know. I don't know anything about.
Well, let's just take Warcraft in general then.
Okay.
So
Well, I mean, they're 2 different games.
Sure.
The RTS and then the
The
MMO.
MMO.
sure.
My opinion on the MMO, just because that's what I've played primarily,
love, yeah.
that's what I love, is I'd say like their absolute peak was
Yeah.
Wrath of the Lich King.
Why?
I felt like the story was great, the enemies were solid, there was a good amount of stuff to do without it feeling super repetitive. The Lich King was just a great end bad guy. You know, it all worked together. Like, BC was really good, the Burning Crusade, and then Wrath of the Lich King just kind of like took it up. And that's not to say that Cataclysm wasn't good, but I don't think it was as good as Wrath of the Lich King. And then Pandaria, slowly down.
Really?
And then they're actually on the way back up with Legion. I'll say that.
Yeah, I feel like Legion was a big step in the right direction, but I mean, I'm not an MMO guy. The only one I play is Final Fantasy 14. But I understand like the importance and longevity of the MMO style.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that World of Warcraft is maybe the only franchise in which they can slap $40 onto an expansion pack and make it worth the price of admission.
There's a lot
That's saying
to
a
do.
lot because I'm not a fan of MMORPGs really, so...
That was, my big issue with both Cataclysm and Mists of Pandaria is that they basically didn't even try and hide the fact that you just have to repeat quests constantly.
Yeah.
The daily quests. In Legion and in Wrath of the Lich King, both of them being the expansions apart, they do a really good job of kind of like hiding the fact. Like, you're still doing repeat quests, but
Sure.
it's like not so like, well, you just got to do these 5 quests every day for the next 2 months, otherwise you're behind.
Gross. But now at least I think I have an answer as to why like You don't play this game or that game. You just play Warcraft.
You just do it. Sometimes you got to race.
You still play it
I do.
every day?
I do.
Is that real?
I do. I mean, my time that I spend on it is definitely not as long from, those days, but there's always something to do when you log on, you know? So you get like a great 30 minutes, an hour, you're great, or you can dump 8 hours, 9 hours into it, and you're still good.
That's a great verb.
What?
Dump.
Don't.
Dump.
Dump
8 hours.
Dump 8 hours into it.
I have a time and I dump it.
That's what that game does. I've always been scared of MMOs.
Yeah.
I was part of that Destiny life for so long.
Well, MOBAs in general too. League of Legends consumed me for 18 months. I'm so glad I stopped.
Yeah.
I was becoming such an angry, villainous person when I was playing MMO, or I was playing. Sorry.
Stop it, Jirard. Stop it.
When I was playing League of Legends all the time, I played a mean Blitzcrank, and that's all I would ever play. And then they banned him from tournament play all the time. So I was like, well, if they're gonna ban the one play character I love playing, I don't want to play the game anymore. And I just didn't want to adapt. So I knew that if I adapted, I would die. I would just become. I was going to become a League of Legends YouTuber at that point.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Completionist League of Legends.
Yo, guys. Today, hey, guys. Here's patch note 14.7.2, letting you know they added a new skin for, like, these 3 different characters. All of them are out right now. I have all the money in the world, so I bought all of them.
Anyway, that's our video
That's
for
our
today.
video for today. We'll see you guys next time. 10 minutes later. Breaking news, you guys. New patch notes just came out.
Breaking news.
Ezreal skin, World Championship, limited edition. He's basically Ryu, but
We
futuristic.
joke. I wish they were like that. I honestly wish those types of videos were like that.
That's true, that's
what
true.
they end up being is title with like question mark and then like,
Clickbait across the
clickbait
board.
picture and then 7 minutes of like recap.
What's up, guys?
7 minutes of, as we all know, if you have to precede your statement with "as we all know," don't say it. Like, don't fucking say that shit. That's like phrases that are like goes without saying that. And shut up.
We've only done clickbait once or twice on the show. One was recently for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild because I had an incredible opportunity to share news, and it was against my morals as a YouTuber, I guess, if you will. But I guess our version of clickbait is Wyatt, Dan Jones, and Jetpack Braggon's beautiful art they do for Beard Bros and Completionist and the personal channel stuff because, I don't like the idea of big ass blocky letter taking up the entire fucking screen, an image that like makes up the thing in question, and then like out of context image from the game that's kind of a spoiler, and like just everything's all super photoshoppy. And you're sitting there on your phone and you're like, I want to click that because it looks good, but I'm not going to care about the content. And that's how they get you. That's how they get you.
I don't even click. When it comes to videos and art, cool, man, I almost called it articles. That bullshit boo-boo baby journalism, quote unquote. Like, whenever I see, like, oh man, you won't believe blah, 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 I'm like, nope, I won't believe it, because guess what? I'm not going to read it. I never click.
I gotta give you shit.
Yeah, dude, like, people post, like, on the forum that I go to, they post, like, thread titles. You just read the title before you click.
Yeah.
The thread title will be like, yo, something, ... I'm like, why the ellipses? Finish your fucking thread title. You know what I mean? Like, the only way we're going to stop this kind of stuff is we stop clicking. The problem is people still click. You know what I mean?
How's our time, Pat? Are we good on time? What's our
25.
25. Okay, let's keep going for a little while then. I was about to bust into Christians, but
Wait, we've only gone 25? Okay.
yeah.
Let's do another game franchise.
Yeah.
Street Fighter.
Oh, no, I can't do that.
Because you just love them all.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about another franchise.
All right.
The Saw franchise.
That I didn't know you were in deep lore for that, Al.
Where did Resident Evil peak?
Resident Evil. I think everyone's gonna say 4.
Oh yeah, I forgot about 4.
That's like the easiest one to say.
There's a game. Look, 4 came out 2004.
2005.
Really?
I was a junior in high school.
I feel like it was 04.
I had just turned, or I was 17, so I was very happy to buy M-rated games. I think that was the first. That was the first M-rated game I bought, where I was like, "Check out my ID, bitch! Give me that game!" And then I spent 3 days with Dan Fiedler and Jeff Martin completing Resident Evil 4.
Mátalo. So you think it's 4? You think it's 4?
I think the general audience will say 4.
You.
Yeah, I think so. I think it created a, I think it I don't know, because for me, I really loved Resident Evil 7. I was really blown away.
I enjoyed it too. But
Are you
saying it's the best one?
I don't want to say it's the... I feel like Resident Evil 4 revolutionized the way that we play horror games, and the way that at the time the Resident Evil franchise was built up to. And then we got 5 and 6 and Mercenaries and the 3DS ones. What are they called?
Yeah, it didn't matter.
Revelations 2.
What about them?
They got more action oriented, and then they drifted away from what made Resident Evil so great. And so by the time Resident Evil 6 came out, I think all of us were like, great, this is the same gameplay we've played in the past few games, and the story's not very captivating, so why are we playing it? It's not very scary, it's all action based. And I think for me, RE4 was the peak and what made it great. But I think Resident Evil 7 went the opposite way in terms of making it great again. Resident Evil 4 went action-oriented, and 7 went scare-oriented, but I think they're on that same level of
So which one, what's the peak? I can't believe you're even considering 7 as the peak of the franchise.
I'm not saying it's the peak. I'm saying that RE4 is the peak, but I think that 7 is almost as good as 4.
I understand. Okay.
I'm not saying...
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Can a game peak after 2 years of being the worst?
Yeah.
What I mean is so 4 is right in the middle, and then 5 and 6 were just 5 and 6, and then can 7 take it back, or is it on the verge of taking it back, and then 8 is the deciding factor?
It's certainly possible. Sure, it's possible for the 8th entry of a franchise to be the best. Sure, it's possible.
But the 7th?
That one too. What do you think, Al? Which one's the best one?
I'd say based purely off of the enjoyment I got out of it, 4. I mean, I really liked 4.
I like 4 as well.
4 was scary. It had a lot of scary moments, and the anger, or not the anger, but the anxiety of fear came from being in closed quarters with no lights on and you're surrounded by a bunch of people. Whereas in 5, it was pure sunlight. You had another friend helping you in the moment of combat. You had weapons that were incredible. So it's the essence of fear in 4 was kind of gone because you had a friend to play with you.
You mean in 5?
From 4 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And in 5, because the enemies would do almost humanistic actions towards you, throw stuff at you and stuff, it kind of was less, in my opinion, zombie-esque.
They would throw stuff in 4.
Yeah,
would they throw stuff in 4?
They did, but also I think that made the thing that was really cool about 4 though is one, they spoke a language that most of us didn't understand, and they were all very creepy about it too. You know what I mean? Just you hear and you're like, oh shit!
Yeah, 4 had some creepy moments.
Versus in 5, it's rah, rah, rah. They didn't have that creepy element to it. They just
wait. What did they do in 5?
I don't remember. I just remember
they didn't speak a language in 5.
I'm sure they did, but it wasn't as distinct as it was in 4. 4 was they're speaking Spanish or, a Latin dialect, whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
What are you laughing at me for, Pat? Is Jirard racist?
That's the clickbait title.
I don't know if I'm racist.
Jirard a racist? Actually, don't put that. Don't do that. Don't put that, actually. Don't do that.
Careful, they'll call the Wall Street Journal.
Don't do that shit. I feel like we're grossly underestimating how good Remake was.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about the remake.
Yeah, that's right. And it's
Remake
better than 4
was-
in my opinion.
Really? You
Yes.
know what? I'll give that to you.
Wait, you're changing your answer?
No, I respect and understand exactly. Because in my mind, and this is where like I don't consider RE a remake. I never played RE1.
Oh, so for you,
I
that's
played
just Resident
my
Evil.
first Resident Evil was RE2.
I see.
I went 2, 3, Code Veronica 1, 0, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, dude, Remake is the best Resident Evil I've ever played to this day, still.
That actually, like, I get it. That's, I'm there with you.
And Remake, did you ever play Remake, Al?
I did not.
Okay. Well, Remake and
PS4, Al.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I downloaded it, but
Oh, you downloaded it. That's right. It was the free game in October.
Fuck you, Al.
So he's got the game. You
that-
got to play it, Al.
that goddamn
You got to
game.
play that shit, Galetti. It's really good.
Like,
is it that good?
Yeah, it's really good.
yeah, it is the most perfect version of super classic Resident Evil. And I know you've played those classic Resident Evils.
Yeah, it's like, imagine when you and I played Nemesis. Like, imagine that game in like pure HD, like 1080p, 60 FPS. Like, everything looks, sounds, feels good, is scary and playable. It's so good.
minus the sauce.
The sauce, yes. There is no
Minus the
sauce.
sauce.
There is no sauce.
But I like 4. I like it a lot. But man, is it missing a lot of the things that I liked about Resident Evil. And Remake has it all, in my opinion. This gameplay is super solid. Not to mention the atmosphere and tonality is still very Creep Boys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Incredibly Creep Boys. Yo, man, Lisa Trevor's in that game. Like, she's
Oh my god, I forgot about Lisa Trevor.
Yeah, dude.
She wasn't in the original, was she?
No.
They added her. She was great.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
That's the kind of scare that scares me.
Wait, she sounds just like your Resident Evil 5.
That's the joke. Is Jirard racist?
Is he a racist? Great. New game franchise.
New game franchise.
Oh.
Final Fantasy. That's the one that's next.
Oh, man. I feel like I don't have a dog in this fight. You guys play Final Fantasy.
6. Everything is reflective of 6 for me. 6 was the best.
Why?
Probably the best characters in the franchise. There clearly is there's a villain and a supervillain. It's very clear cut, like who the enemy is. There's no real big twist that's like super like, oh man, I didn't see that one coming. There's nothing that like makes you have to have that reveal that games nowadays kind of push you into. Final Fantasy VI asks the question, what if the villain succeeded?
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
And yeah, like when you get to the end of the game, it's like, what if the villain succeeds, and then the game like starts over,
What?
and you have it doesn't say it starts over, but your entire cast and crew that you've built gets separated, and you're in a brand new different world, and you now have to like the rest of the game. You can go to the end of the game like right there if you want, or you can spend time finding your teammates and reuniting them and bringing them closer and closer to you as a person, so that when you do beat the game, they're all there for the finale, if you will.
All right, so you like the story.
Yeah, very great story. Empire, stop the Empire. Empire's evil. Supervillain kind of comes in. The supervillain basically is the Joker. It's like a Joker Imperial Emperor or not even Emperor. He's a guy who like overthrows the Emperor and becomes even more scary.
What about you, Al?
7.
Why 7?
It was my first Final Fantasy, and it was like the first time when I was a kid that I played a game where I was really like, man, I want to hang out with these people.
You want to hang out with those clowns?
I do.
Why'd you want to hang out with them?
Because they were cool, and they had swords and hands for guns, and they kicked ass.
Hands for guns. Hold it. I've got a hand. Just a guy holding a hand that fires bullets out of its tips.
You know what I mean.
I do
gun
know what
for
you mean.
hand. Gun for a hand.
He's got hands for guns. That dude's got a hand.
Well, shit.
Well, you like the story too, then?
I did. I liked the story a lot. You know, I didn't fully understand it. I still don't think I fully understand it.
I got you.
And that's why I'm like...
Just watch my videos. I got you. I got you, Al.
Watch my videos.
Will you do me a favor and watch my 8-part video series about how I talk about every single aspect of Final Fantasy 7, why it's a great game, and everyone just go for it. Yeah, watch it. You watch it.
You know, it's really funny you say that, because I actually did watch that, but...
It still didn't make sense?
I think
I did a bad job then.
No. It was... You did a great job.
It's also interpretation. That's like how I interpret it.
It's like in my brain, I almost don't want to understand it, because I feel like once I understand it, it's going to lose its like...
The mystery to it.
Exactly.
Sure.
It's gonna lose. So I think like even though you did do a great job of explaining it, like during key parts, I just like turn off. Like I can't hear this. I can't let this happen right now.
Sure. This is very emotional for you.
It is emotional.
Fun fact: Al and I met because of Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, I remember the story.
It's a good story. It's a good Christian. Speaking of Christians, we've reached that moment for the Kermit Sturm.
Time for a Kermit Sturm.
What was that?
That was a great segue.
It's a great segue, right? It's a great segue.
We're getting there, you guys. The podcast is becoming better.
Yeah, dude.
As we all know, podcasts are all about segues.
There. No problem. Let's do it.
What's our first Kermit today?
We got a lot of fucking Kermits coming in.
Thanks.
One person wrote the same Kermit 3 times.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
Should we read it?
I'm looking at it right now.
She got you to notice that they sent it 3 times.
Yeah.
All right, I'll bite Yoon.
Let's go, Yoon.
Yoon asks, going back to What is Art podcast.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Hey, my 3 guys. I'm Andy, or Wonderson from Brazil. I was watching all the pods again like I always do, and I found myself on the topic of yours, what is art? And I feel like I can answer this. At first I was thinking art is anything that has something new to show. But many buts later, I thought again. No, art is not that, but I get why it's so difficult to understand it. Whenever we have heard a question, to think it's better to go back for the definition of it. Art was created to seduce the public, to make them feel like they're in that piece of art. That's what gamers call atmospheric. It's the way that the piece of art can invade your heart and make a connection to you. It can be audio, it can be image, it can be whatever. So my conclusion about it is anything can be art if it is good enough to create a bond between the creator and intentions and the consumer's feelings. Sorry for my English. I love you all. Keep up the good work. Jirard, play The Darkest Dungeon, my dude. You'll flip your shit. Brett and Santel, steal my lunch, goddammit. I want it back. Did you steal their lunch?
I stole their lunch, yeah.
He said, bye, my dudes.
Thanks, Andy. Interesting definition of art. Something about bond between the creator and the consumer.
Yeah.
It's very idealistic. And I think it might even be a bit too restrictive, but it is an interesting definition, you know?
Yeah.
Because a lot of art out there, which is, unequivocally art, also, I don't think the artist gives a shit about the connection to the consumer. All those guerrilla artists out there, it's like, I'll just do it for me. I don't know why he's British, he just is.
I just do it for me.
I'll just do it for Liverpool. I'll just do it for me.
I just do it for me. Fuck you, it's my art.
Right.
It's my self-expression.
But interesting definition. Thank you, my dude. Thanks for the Kermit.
Kermit coming from Graham Locke.
Graham Locke.
He writes, Kermits! Hey there, TOVG crew, especially Jirard, Brett, and Al, because obviously you're the ones who are going to read this live. Also, shout-outs to Alex, Pat, and everyone behind the scenes. I've been a huge fan of all your content throughout the past couple of years, and even become an Ultra Super Beer Bro. Thank you very much, Game Wisp.
Ultra Super.
The way you all approach content you create, giving it the respect and attention it deserves, that in turn deserves my respect and admiration. Getting to the point of the Kermit, I have 2 questions.
Okay.
Brett, I have become a bigger fan of fighting games solely because of couch fighters.
Good!
My question for you is, if I were to pick up Street Fighter V or any in-depth fighter today, what is the best way to become comfortable with the controls and characters?
Oh, well, that's easy. Practice.
Put in the work.
Yep. There's no way around it. Just time.
It's true.
Play, practice, watch, read. Practice again.
Yeah. My second question is for everyone. Bracket, Al, do not let me down.
Shit.
What is your perfect video game? I hear you talk about what you like and dislike quite a lot, and personally wonder, what would your perfect video game be? Is it a symbiotic marriage between a movie and interactivity, or is it total control over your own character's progression and ties to its own universe? I'd love to know the answer. Thank you, the Graham Cracker, a.k.a. Graham. P.S. You're still cops. Yes, we are. The perfect game. The perfect game. Nothing standing in my way. Perfect game.
Al, perfect game.
That's a tough question.
Perfect game.
I think, okay, so a perfect game. It's like I almost can't even like put into words what I have going on in my head right now.
Please try. Please attempt to talk on the podcast.
All right. So for me, a perfect game would be a mixture of like an MMO and like an RPG.
So an MMORPG. We have those. We've got many of those out.
No,
Final Fantasy 15 now.
I know.
That's what you're looking for.
Like I said, I'm trying so hard to like put this into words.
Yeah, go
so you create your character, you choose your own. God, I can't think.
No.
It's
You're doing great.
to me, a perfect game is to give you complete control over the character. Like there are no specific move sets. Like your weapon swings, your aim, like everything needs to be controlled by you. Like the combat is limited by your creativity. That to me is like the beginning of amazingness.
Sounds like he wants Dark Souls, the MMORPG.
No. I don't.
No.
I don't. First of all, I've never played Dark Souls, so I don't know.
Well, as Al hasn't played a lot of games.
I haven't.
Send his games that you want to give him to the P.O. Box. P.O. Box 2909.
No.
I'm just going to
Palos
get him
Verdes
before he gets
Peninsula,
him.
California, 90274. Send Al games that you want him to play.
Don't
Just send them.
Don't
They're
do
not going
it.
to get any recognition. Not a thank you, nothing. Just send your games. he won't play them. They'll be in his collection. But if you send them, know that they have a good home. If you're looking for games to have a home, Al Gilletti's got your back.
In the P.O. Box. 'Cause
In
that's
the
what they'll say.
in the P.O. Box.
So, like, it's interesting.
Al.
So I'm. No, I'm not gonna even say it.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say so. Like, I'm not gonna say it.
No,
Say it.
I was gonna say so. Like, you're making me the Oscar Schindler of video games.
Wow. Jirard, perfect game.
Jirard is in fact racist.
That'd be a great game. I want to guess. Jirard's perfect game is it's definitely some kind of RPG. It's an RPG platformer for sure.
Yo, is that a thing?
Yeah, sure.
An RPG platformer?
I'm sure there is.
Shovel Knight, I guess, is the most closest thing we'll ever get to that.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that's what your perfect game is probably.
Shovel Knight is my perfect game.
No, not Shovel
Guys,
Knight.
Shovel Knight is the best game of all time.
Perfect game. It's just Shovel Knight. It's well, no, real talk. I don't want to put words in your mouth. What's your perfect game?
No, I think platformers are always my jam. I'm sad they're not really around like they used to be. I'm really excited for ukulele. I think an RPG platform would be super tight.
See, I knew. Goddamn, I shouldn't have said anything.
I think like it was really hoping that my number 9 would be something like that, where it's like an action-oriented platformer. That'd be like, imagine if you had like a sword or a weapon, and you're 2D side-scrolling running, and you're just like fucking doing like, you know what it is? Subspace Emissary. That's like my perfect RPG. Like
If it had RPG elements.
if Subspace Emissary from Brawl was like a full-fledged story and had like RPG elements to it,
That'd be the one.
that'd be the one. And then you know what? Just to spice it up, give me like some fighting moves.
Ooh.
I mean, like a 2D Devil May Cry action platformer. That's an RPG.
Oh.
Sign me up.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That's the perfect game.
That'd be sick.
I'd play that.
Perfect game.
Nothing's gonna do a Shovel Knight.
Everything else is not Shovel Knight.
Yeah, basically.
Brett, did you already say yours?
Yeah.
What was yours?
No, I didn't say mine.
Yeah,
Street
fuck you, I
Fighter.
do that.
It would probably be like. Imagine playing through Dark Souls. Instead of choosing a class, there are like 8 or so different characters, and they each play way differently.
Mm-hmm.
But you can still play through the game.
Sure.
Then it also has like a robust multiplayer mode that ends up being like a 3D fighter, I guess, or something, or a 2D fighter. I don't know. Something where it's like the multiplayer is like, yo, it's a fighting game and it's really well balanced and fun. But the single player is like, yo, you get to play as each of these dudes and through like an entire big ass Dark Souls thing.
Damn.
That'd be tight.
I'm into that idea.
Yeah, it'd be sick as hell.
Should we do Final Kermit?
Final Kermit?
Yeah, we've been blasting through these.
All right. One more Kermit.
Let's see here. Thank
Thank you guys for the Kermit so far.
Yeah. Kermit. Wait, did I just get a Kermit just now?
Like
No,
live?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Oh, that would have been cool.
No, I didn't. I wish I did.
The final Kermit coming to you.
Here we go. This one comes from Jessica. Hey guys, so I'm a long-time Legend of Zelda fan and have beaten all but 2 or 3 of them, but I don't know if I ever completed one. I thought a few times about trying to complete Link to the Past or Ocarina of Time, but I was unsure what counted. I always assumed that to complete a Zelda game, you needed to get not only all the items, upgrades, and hearts, but you also had to open all the chests, no matter what's inside, such as bombs, rupees, or keys, and bomb all the walls, enter the random rooms and dungeons and grottos. But it seems like the random chests and rooms don't necessarily count for completion runs. So my question is, how do you determine what constitutes completing a game when you do it on the show? Thanks, Jessica.
That's a very good question.
That's a super solid question. Thank you, Jessica. To me, completing a Zelda game doesn't necessarily mean getting all of the chests or bombing every wall or finding every nook and cranny unless it pertains to plot, to getting a secret item, or to fleshing out your character in some degree, i.e. like, hearts and upgrades or things like that. I would recommend starting with Link to the Past because there's a lot of secrets in there. It's a pretty easy completion run if you really look into it. I don't know. I think like getting every item in the game that's usable, that's not like I don't need to get every single bomb chest in the game if it's just going to give me more bombs because I'm going to have more than enough bombs in the game from opening up a few chests, right?
I think you answered her question very early on when you said, to me, like that's what it really comes down to. When it comes to each game, you choose your own personal completion criteria. A lot of the times it's very clear. A lot of the times it's not.
Yeah.
But you
like for Skyrim, I had to give myself my own completion criteria because, like technically that game could go on for forever.
Right. And that's what it comes down to. So if you're thinking about completing a video game, you have to decide for yourself what what your own personal goals are.
Yeah.
It's important. And it's okay too. You can't let anybody tell you, no, you didn't complete the game. No, you did. Like, if somebody wants to walk around like, I completed Legends of Zelda Ocarina of Time, like, oh, so you got all the items? Well, no. I'm not going to be like, you didn't complete it. Like, I'm not going to be that guy. And you should know what you're like that. It's about personal completion criteria on a per-game basis.
Yeah.
So, yeah, at least that's the way we do it around here, right?
Yeah. That was a good Christian.
Thank you for the Kermit.
Guys, that's been the podcast today. This was a great one. This was a great time. Al, this is probably the most we've ever talked, and it's good to hear your voice.
Thank you.
With that said, Al, words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom.
Into the mic.
Walk tall with a short stick.
Walk tall with a short stick.
Got
Get
it.
Great.
I got you.
Guys, this has been the podcast. I'm Jirard.
I was Brett.
I'm Al.
And we'll see you guys next week for another episode of That One Video Galaxy. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Take care.
It was a perfect podcast. Hopefully nothing went wrong.
We probably lost video, audio, or both.
That was beautiful.